and welcome to my camper. We are on vacation this week, and so I thought I would do a little bit of vlogging and just bring y'all along for our camping trip. We have had so much fun so far. We actually have moved camp places, campgrounds, because we were only able to get one campsite Monday through Friday, and then I scoured Arkansas, and someone had canceled, and I happened to grab that campsite. We are at another place. We're at Lake Nimrod, and this campsite is beautiful. Oh my Lord. But tomorrow ends our vacation, so I thought, well, I'll go ahead. I've taken a break, so I thought, well, I'll go ahead and pick up the camera and do some vlogging. I thought you might like to come along and see how we camp. We love camping. I love my camper, and I need to straighten it up a little bit this morning. At night, you know, bugs come in and stuff, so I need to get those bugs kind of cleaned up and get everything wiped down, and then I'm going to fix some lunch. So I thought y'all might like to come along for that. All right, well, I'm gonna turn this camera around and get the camper straightened up, and then I'm going to we'll go make some lunch. Y'all, I just love the camping life. Like, it is so relaxing to me. I must have been like super stressed out because some of the days that I was there, I was sleeping like 11 and 12 hours a day. I had no body aches, no having to take anything for a headache, you know, no using massagers to get all the knots out of my shoulders from stress. I just had the best time, and I wish I could live like the camper life full time, but our camper is really small. It's only made for 2 people, and even on rainy days, you know, it can get a little crowded if we get stuck on the couch, you know, next to each other all the time. But I am so envious of people who get to live the camper life full time. I would love to do this. It would probably get old and get on my nerves, but man, I love camping. I just think it is just my little slice of heaven here on earth. Comment down below if you think you could live the camper life full time, or if it would get really old. I think I could do it for maybe a month, and then I would probably be like, okay, time to go home. But yeah, let me know down below if you think you could live the camper life full time. watching this clip and you know, this is edited of course, but I was watching it and realized that it looks like that I'm using the same wipe that I was using on the toilet on my counter, and I just want to be like extremely clear that those are clean wipes, that I am using paper towels on my counter, that I'm not using the same one that I used to clean the toilet, because that is absolutely disgusting. But I was watching, I was like, oh my gosh, I edited that in a way that it looks like I just went from the toilet to the counter. So if anybody is freaking out, those are clean paper towels that I'm using to wipe off the counter. So I just want to be so clear about that, because I was like, oh my word, people are gonna think I'm disgusting, because I would think that that's disgusting. I would be watching that going, she did not. It's about 1:30 or so I'm gonna go ahead and make us just a quick lunch, and I'm gonna make quesadillas on the Blackstone today. So I just use a can of chicken, some taco seasoning, and I normally put some ranch powder in there too, but I forgot to buy some. And then just some cheese and this Taco Bell avocado ranch is delicious, and corn tortillas. I love the corn tortillas, so we're gonna use those. Anyway, I'm just gonna mix this all up really quickly, and we'll carry it out to the Blackstone and cook us some quesadillas. Okay, y'all, so we are going to go ahead and dive into a quick recovery lesson. This week's lesson is on hope, and I just want to say that if you're not into listening to this, that's fine. It's about 2 to 3 minutes long, so just move past it. I'm just trying to do it like through the cooking portion of this video. So if it's not something you want to listen to, just move past it. I just really appreciate that you're here, and I appreciate all of your support. But I do have people asking for the lessons, so I'm just going to continue to do them. So this week's lesson is on hope, and this week we're going to earnestly believe that God exists, that I matter to Him, and that He has the power to help me recover. And we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Hope represents a higher power. So our higher power has a name. It's Jesus. Jesus desires a hands-on day-to-day and moment-to-moment relationship. He can do for us what we can't do for ourselves, or we've been unable to do for ourselves. Openness to change. So throughout our lives, we've continued to encounter hurts and trials or hang-ups. I mean, we just go through life living, doing what we want to do, and we can't ever seem to move past things. And with our openness to change and with God's help, we can allow those trials to change us, to make us better, not bitter, to learn from those things. And with our higher power, we are able to make it through those things. Power to change. So in the past, we've wanted to change our situations or whatever we're going through, but we've been unable to do so on our own. So we look to our higher power to help us, to help free us from those hurts, hang-ups, and habits. We come to understand that God's power can change us and our situation. We can't do these things alone, so we need to lean on our higher power to help us do this. And last but not least, expect change. So we've probably been just like, oh, nothing I do helps, everything I do just turns out the same. We are not expecting change in that thought process. And we're very early on, so let's not quit before the miracle happens. With God's help, the changes that you've longed for are just steps away. We've just got to put in some hard work and persevere and get through this. You can do it, you can do this, but there's no magic pill, there's no magic wand. We have to put in the work in order to get to the change. So in that, we're expecting change. We have hope. All right, so the questions for this week are, before taking this step, where were you trying to find hope? What do you believe about God? What are some of His characteristics? How can your relationship with your higher power help you step out of your denial and face reality? And in what areas of your life are you now ready to let God help you? And what are things you are ready to change in your life, and where can you get the power to change them? I'll have all these questions in the description box below as requested so that you can jot them down and work on them this week. All right, y'all, I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Let me know in the comments. It's about 7:42 and we have a magnificent view of the sunset, so I'm going to cook some chicken fried rice on the Blackstone and we're going to eat while we watch the sunset. I'm going to flip the camera around and see if I can get a good video of it for you, but it is just magnificent. It's like cotton candy, blues, and pinks. So pretty. So let me flip the camera around before we get to cooking. For dinner tonight, we're having chicken fried rice. So I was just going to tell you my ingredients in case it's something that you might want to try to replicate. But it's just a can of chicken. I use cans of chicken camping a lot because they're so much easier to deal with and to store. So that's why I use that. But a can of chicken and then some frozen mixed vegetables. I couldn't find just the peas and carrots, so mine had some green beans in it, but it works just fine. And then I had some leftover mushrooms, so I didn't want them to go to waste, so I added them in too. And then I use 2 packs of the Jasmine Great Value 90-second rice. I know that a lot of people make their rice ahead of time and refrigerate it. I do not have any room to store that in my little bitty refrigerator, so I don't do that. I use those little packets of rice and they work just fine. Like, I've never had any problems. Also, I add in a couple of eggs, and then there's a seasoning packet and it's called stir-fried rice, and I add that on there, some sesame oil, soy sauce, and then at the end I just top it with some yum yum sauce. So you just cook all that together, and y'all don't forget the butter. There's lots of butter. Like, I just feel like when I camp, I go through so much butter. It's crazy. But this recipe turns out so yummy. We love this. I make it every time we go camping. It's one of my husband's favorites. So if you get a chance and you have a Blackstone, like, try it out. You can totally have some fried rice at home. besides all the relaxing and reading my book and all that good stuff, I think that this was one of my favorite parts of this day. It was just so nice. The sunset was beautiful. The bonfire was perfect. It was just such a great day and such a good way to end the day. Just roasting a marshmallow or two and like I said, watching that beautiful sunset. Like, you just could not find a more picturesque place to be. Anyway, I could just go on and on about this all day long. But if you are new here, make sure that you hit that red subscribe button and the bell so you'll know when my new videos are coming out. I appreciate you coming over and checking out my channel. Thank you so much. And if you're returning, so happy that you came over and hung out with me again today. All right, y'all. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.